In the 1962 season, the Uruguayan national team captivated fans worldwide, writing a proud yet somewhat regrettable chapter in their journey at the World Cup held in neighboring Chile. With a generation of talented players and a solid defensive style combined with sharp counterattacks, embodying the spirit of Garra Charrúa, they not only earned the respect of major opponents, but also became an unforgettable part of the memories of an entire generation of South American football fans. But behind those brilliant moments under the sun of the Arica Stadium that year were individuals with very distinct destinies. 64 years have passed, and time has etched different marks on their lives. Some continued to reach glorious heights, some chose a quieter path, and others ended their journey in somber notes. Let's look back at the tumultuous journey of the players who formed the soul of the Celeste team that year. Eliseo Alvarez was a cornerstone of the defense, possessing a fighting spirit like a kamikaze. At the age of 21, he left an indelible mark on the history of world football. In a dramatic match against the Soviet Union, a heavy collision caused Eliseo to fracture his fibula. In the context of football at the time, where substitutions were not permitted, he did the unthinkable. He asked the doctor to bandage him and continued on the field, huddled in the left wing to support his teammate in excruciating pain. Eliseo's performance at the age of 20 demonstrated extraordinary resilience, earning the admiration of the entire world. After brilliant success in Chile, his career flourished at Nacional before moving to Platense in Argentina and then spending years in Mexico. Eliseo was not just a player, he was a cultural icon of sacrifice. Off the field, he was a man of few words, living simply, and always considered football his sacred purpose. He devoted much of his life to his family and always instilled in his children a sense of self-respect and perseverance. Most thought-provoking is the connection between his role on the field and real life. The image of a valiant warrior seems to have strangely manifested itself in his life, as he faced everyday adversity with remarkable tenacity. However, that glorious and tumultuous journey came to an abrupt end. On October 2, 1991, Eliseo Alvarez passed away at the age of 51 due to long-term health complications. His death at such a young age left a huge void in the hearts of his fans, but the legacy of the hero with the broken leg from 1962 remains a thought-provoking life story about the value of dedication. Nestor Goncalves, affectionately known as Tito, was the heart and soul of Uruguay's midfield in 1962. At the age of 26, he was the central orchestrator of every move, possessing masterful ball control and tactical vision ahead of his time. In the eyes of fans, Tito was not just a footballer. He controlled the game like a conductor leading an orchestra. After the World Cup in Chile, Nestor's career became a unique legend in South America as he spent 13 years playing for Peñarol, dominating the continent with the team, winning 9 national championships and 3 Copa Libertadores titles. His life was a testament to unwavering loyalty, a rare value in modern football. Off the field, Nestor was a true gentleman, elegant and intelligent. He balanced the glamour of the pitch and his private life by living away from the media spotlight, dedicating time to his family and mentoring younger generations of players. The image of a quiet hero on the field perfectly matched his true personality, calm, thoughtful, and highly responsible. However, that legendary journey came to an end on December 29, 2016. Nestor Goncalves passed away at the age of 80 due to kidney complications in Montevideo. His legacy is not only a wealth of titles, but also a story of unwavering loyalty to his club, a quality perhaps unmatched by anyone else in world football. Luis Cubilla, at the age of 22 in Chile in 1962, was a true killer with his dazzling dribbling and fearsome goal-scoring ability. He scored the opening goal against Colombia, solidifying his status as a rising star. Cubilla's brilliant performance earned him an offer from the giant Barcelona, where he spent years playing in Europe before returning to South America to achieve glory with Nacional and River Plate. Cubilla was not only a great player, but later became one of the most successful coaches in the history of South American football. Off the field, he was a strong-willed, sometimes extreme, but always passionate about attacking football. He participated in many social activities and shared life philosophies about success and failure. The image of a flamboyant football artist seemed to strangely permeate his life, as he always sought perfection in every step of his coaching career. However, that glorious journey came to a halt after a long battle. On March 3, 2013, Luis Cubilla passed away at the age of 72 from stomach cancer in Asunción, Paraguay. His death was a great loss to the football of both Uruguay and Paraguay, leaving behind a vast legacy of both his footballing philosophy and coaching skills. Pedro Rocha was the youngest member of the team at 19, but he played with the composure of an experienced veteran. With his masterful individual technique and versatile finishing ability, Rocha earned the nickname El Verdugo, the Executioner. After Chile 1962, he became the only Uruguayan player to participate in 4 consecutive World Cups, an unprecedented record. His career reached its peak in Brazil, playing for Sao Paulo, where he was praised by the legendary Pelé as one of the best midfielders in the world. Rocha lived a glamorous life on the pitch, but was incredibly simple off the field. He valued friendship and sincerity, frequently organizing charitable events to help underprivileged children in his hometown of Salto. His image as a hero on the pitch was a complete contrast to his challenging life in his later years, battling muscular dystrophy. He faced the physical pain with an astonishingly optimistic spirit, always following every beat of the ball on the small screen. However, that proud journey came to an end on December 2, 2013. Pedro Rocha passed away in Sao Paulo just one day before his 71st birthday. His death brought tears to the eyes of millions of fans in both Uruguay and Brazil, leaving behind an immortal legend of talent and perseverance. José Sasia is the spearhead of Uruguay's attack at the age of 28. With his cunning playing style and deadly finishing, Pepe Sasia scored 2 goals in the tournament, becoming the greatest hope of the fans. He is not just a player, he embodies the rebellious spirit and street artistry of Uruguay. After his glory in Chile, Sasia continued his nomadic journey through prestigious clubs such as Peñarol and Racing Club Argentina, where he always left behind anecdotes about his outspoken personality and courage. Off the field, Sasia is a free-spirited person who loves music and parties with friends. He never hides his emotions, always ready to fight for what he believes is right, even if it might displease football officials. The image of a street warrior seems to have become ingrained in his life, making him live a life full of ups and downs, but also incredibly brilliant. After retiring from playing, he transitioned to coaching, but his bohemian style hampered his career. However, that colorful journey came to a tragic end. On August 30, 1996, José Sasia passed away at the age of 62 after a sudden heart attack in Montevideo. His death left an irreplaceable void in the hearts of romantic football fans, leaving behind a legacy of a player who lived and played with the purest instincts. Roberto Sosa was Uruguay's last line of defense in goal at the 1962 World Cup in Chile at the age of 27. With his exceptional reflexes and superb command of the penalty area, he made numerous crucial saves for his team against world-class strikers like Yashin and Panadelnik. After this historic tournament, Sosa's career became synonymous with the glorious era of Nacional, where he won countless domestic titles and became an idol for fans. Sosa was a model of consistency and professionalism. Off the field, he was a family man, living a peaceful and humble life. After retiring, he chose not to pursue coaching fame, but focused on a small business and spending time with his children. He always maintained a calm demeanor, considering his days on the pitch as a beautiful memory to cherish rather than a glory to cling to. The image of a silent hero saving his team from defeat perfectly matches his true personality in real life, a quiet protector of his family's happiness. However, that quiet journey came to an end on June 27, 2008. Roberto Sosa passed away at the age of 73. His passing was as quiet as his life, but the legacy of a legendary goalkeeper with golden hands will forever live on in the Hall of Fame of Nacional and the Uruguayan national team. Horacio Troche was a center-back with an incredibly aggressive playing style at the age of 27. He played with a fiery, sometimes extreme spirit to protect his team's goal. Troche was the captain at the next World Cup, affirming his status as a natural leader. After his success in Chile, his career took him to Germany, where he played for Alemannia Aachen and became one of the first Uruguayan players to achieve success in the Bundesliga. Off the field, Troche was a strong-willed, straightforward, and sometimes hot-tempered person. However, behind that tough exterior was a kind heart. He donated a lot of money to sponsor youth teams in his hometown of Nueva Helvetia. After retiring, he settled in Germany and opened a restaurant where he often entertained his football friends with stories of his years of fighting. The image of a fearless center-back seems to have become ingrained in his life, helping him overcome language and cultural barriers in a foreign land to achieve success. However, that powerful journey came to an end. On July 14, 2014, Horacio Troche passed away at the age of 79 in Mexico. His death left immense grief for football fans in both Uruguay and Germany, leaving behind the story of a captain who always fought with all the pride of his national colors. Emilio Alvarez, affectionately known as Cococho, was Eliseo Alvarez's most effective defensive partner in Uruguay's 1962 national team at the age of 23. He possessed exquisite defensive technique and exceptional situational awareness. After the tournament in Chile, Cococho set an unprecedented record with 511 appearances for Nacional, a number that demonstrated his boundless stamina and loyalty. He was part of the golden generation that won 5 national championships. Off the field, Emilio was a gentle, private man who always valued community. He spent much of his time after retirement working on community football development projects in Montevideo. The image of a loyal guardian on the field strangely reflected in his life, as he lived a stable life, adhering to old values and never chasing after flashy trends. However, that dedicated journey came to an end on April 22, 2010. Emilio Alvarez passed away at the age of 71. His passing was a great loss to the national family, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance and unwavering love for the club, a valuable lesson for today's young players. At 28, Domingo Perez was a lightning-fast winger in the 1962 Uruguay team. With his blistering runs down the wing, he created countless opportunities for his teammates. After a successful World Cup campaign in Chile, he moved to River Plate in Argentina, where he continued to shine and became one of the most beloved foreign players. Domingo was a man of action, always full of energy and optimism. Off the field, he was a cheerful person who enjoyed traveling and exploring new places. After retiring, he dedicated much of his time to charitable activities, especially supporting disabled athletes. He lived a vibrant life, always balancing his passion for football with everyday pleasures. The image of a green arrow on the pitch seemed to have become synonymous with his life, inspiring him to never stop helping the community. That meaningful journey has just come to a close not long ago. On August 16, 2024, Domingo Perez passed away at the age of 88. His passing in his twilight years is a loss for those who still love the fiery attacking style of the 1960s, leaving behind a legacy of a player who always gave his all in every moment on and off the pitch. William Martinez was the oldest player in the 1962 Uruguay squad at the age of 34. As one of the last remaining members of the glorious 1950 World Cup winning generation, his presence brought invaluable confidence and experience to his younger teammates. Even in the twilight of his career, Martinez played with the dignity and composure of a seasoned veteran. After the tournament in Chile, he continued to contribute to football for several more years before transitioning to coaching. William was a great personality, considered an icon of Uruguayan football's golden age. Off the field, he was a serious, disciplined man with a profound philosophy of perseverance. He dedicated his life to passing on his experience to future generations, always emphasizing the value of tradition. The image of a giant on the pitch seemed to permeate his life, making him a constant source of inspiration for both his family and the football community. However, that glorious journey came to an end. On June 13, 1997, William Martinez passed away at the age of 69. His death marked the end of one of the most glorious chapters in Uruguayan football history, leaving behind a thought-provoking life story about the continuity of generations. Julio Cesar Cortes, known by his nickname Pocho, was a talented midfielder at the age of 21 in the 1962 World Cup squad. Although he didn't play much for Chile, that experience served as a stepping stone to becoming a key player in Uruguay's fourth-place finish at the 1970 World Cup. His career was a series of adventures across countries such as Mexico, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Pocho was a creative and versatile player. After retiring, he became a renowned coach, particularly successful in Guatemala, leading the national team. Today, having left the coaching bench, Pocho, at 84, enjoys a peaceful life with his family in Central America. His journey is a testament to a passionate love of football that transcends geographical boundaries, and he continues to inspire young players wherever he goes with stories of that summer in Chile in 1962. At 28, Luis Maidana was a backup goalkeeper for Roberto Sosa, but his role in the dressing room was incredibly important. A legend of Peñarol, he won 5 consecutive national championships and 2 Copa Libertadores with the team. Maidana embodied patience and professionalism. Off the field, he was a humble man who always put the team's interests above his own. After retiring, he chose a quiet life, working in the service industry and spending time with his small family. The image of a silent hero seems to have strangely shaped his life, as he found happiness in simplicity and tranquility. Today, long after hanging up his boots, Luis Maidana, at 91, lives a peaceful life with his children and grandchildren in Montevideo. His journey is a testament to relentless effort, even when not always in the spotlight. At the age of 22, Ángel Cabrera was a promising striker in the 1962 squad. He scored the crucial winning goal against Yugoslavia, igniting hope for the entire team. With his quick reflexes and keen sense of goal scoring, he was a vital tactical asset. After the tournament, his career was tied to Peñarol and later to Ecuador. Ángel was a passionate player, always giving his all in every match. Off the field, he was a generous person, eager to help others and possessing a selfless philosophy. After retiring, he dedicated much of his time to charitable work in the slums of Montevideo. The image of a hero in the shadows seemed to permeate his life, as he always contributed silently without seeking recognition. However, that glorious journey came to an abrupt end. On November 15, 2010, Ángel Cabrera passed away at the age of 71. His passing left a deep sadness for his teammates and fans, leaving behind a legacy of a player who always knew how to shine at the right moment and a kind heart always focused on the community. Mario Omar Mendez embodies discipline and dedication in defense at the age of 24. He's not the type of player who likes flashy moves or complicated ball handling, but a true gatekeeper with intelligent play and excellent covering ability. With the unwavering spirit of a machine, Mendez played all 3 group stage matches in Chile, becoming a solid foundation for his teammates to confidently push forward. Mendez's performance at 24 showed an extraordinary maturity befitting a world-class defender. After his success at the tournament, his career continued with glorious years at Nacional, where he won many prestigious titles before moving to Venezuela to play for Deportivo Italia. Mendez is always respected by his colleagues, not only for his talent, but also for his humility and absolute professionalism. After leaving the green pitch, Mendez chose a quiet but incredibly meaningful path. He didn't chase the glamour of coaching but focused on business and dedicated his time to making up for lost time with his family after years of playing away from home. He is an exemplary father and grandfather, maintaining a stable life and avoiding the media spotlight. The most thought-provoking aspect is the connection between his on-field role and his real life. The image of a silent defender, always standing behind and protecting the team's achievements, seems to have strangely influenced his life. Off the field, Mendez is a calm man who values tranquility and core family values. He finds joy in late afternoon tea, chatting with old friends about his fiery youth, but never becoming complacent about his accomplishments. However, that peaceful and serene journey had to come to an end, according to the laws of nature. On October 20th, 2020, Mario Omar Mendez passed away at the age of 82 in Montevideo. His passing left a profound sadness in the hearts of national fans, but the legacy of a loyal servant, a simple yet noble personality, will forever be a thought-provoking life story for future generations about how to face glory and tranquility.